David, this is for you, okay? This is a single coil Stratocaster pickup, one of the easiest things to learn how to wind on. And I'm going to send one to you. It's the flat, they call it flat work until you put the bobbin through, okay? You're going to go out and grab some screws, a refrigerator magnet, and hanging wire from a arts and crafts store that they would hang a picture frame from. Now I use something like this with very, 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 you can't even see, you can see it hanging right there, the wire. And it goes attached to the drill and gets spun in a circle. You might be able to go to Radio Shack and grab electromagnetic coil, which is like 33 gauge, and wrap a little bit of that, but you're never going to have as much as you need. This will wrap a good bit, but like one of those small spools won't wrap anything. Now this is a humbucker bobbin, but they're much more complicated when it gets down to it. They're real easy to just wind the bobbin, but assembling them, understanding screw versus slug side, the magnetism of all of them is a little bit more. And there's a joke in the book that talks about when they were learning to rewind and looking at their competitors, Lawler laughed here. It's Ken Armstrong laughs and he goes, "Well, they're still on single coils. They don't really know what they're doing if they can barely master that." Now you need a soldering iron afterwards, and you're going to solder to these two metal joints that are embedded into the fiber work so that the solder actually absorbs and sticks. Sorry, it doesn't focus. Some things to note are that this is not copper that you're seeing. That green is a casing around the copper. It's an insulator. If we were to touch, if it was straight copper, it would short itself out. There'd be no resistance. It would just go the path of least resistance in the coil. So you have to take a screwdriver or sandpaper afterwards, and you'll have to scrape off the end so that it'll absorb solder. Okay? So what you're going to do is take 6 screws, nickel screws or steel screws, as long as it's not stainless steel, as long as a magnet will stick to it. You're going to put them through here. However you can get them through, you're going to use then to wind. I would put one through and attach it to my drill to wind. And then you're going to wind it as much as you can with whatever type of wire you're able to grab. Just fill it up, run it through one of these and one of these after you're done winding. If you can get it to a couple hundred ohms, you'll make a noise. And then you're going to want to solder off these tips or use a jumper cable. And you'll hook that up to a jack, or you can hook it up directly to the 1/4-inch cable and it'll make sound out of a speaker. But at the end of the day, magnet, 6 physical screws, and wire are the most important things that you need in order to make this work. So I'll mail you down flat work if you need to start out on, because it's cheap. Take care.